Ready to see the house?
Yeah.
At the age of 37, Hanmi Lee is in the market now to buy her first home. She's in the suburbs of Philadelphia with her husband David and their 7-year-old daughter Luna. Their homeownership dreams delayed. Did you ever think you guys would be in your 30s and still renting?
I definitely took my time to think about buying a house, and then now I'm just regretting waiting.
Yeah, a lot of people did that. And let me tell you something. I was one of them as well. I was being extremely patient before I bought a house. But I will tell you this. There's a reason for it. You see, society and everyone is pushing you to get a house. But if you're not financially ready, you're not financially ready. Right? I wasn't financially ready in my 20s to get a house, but I saw a whole bunch of people getting a house, and everyone kept on being house poor. And people are looking at me like, what the hell's going on with you? You're throwing money away with rent. You need to get a house. Everyone's pushing me to get a house, but I wasn't financially ready. I had student loans, I had responsibilities, financial responsibilities I needed to take care of. And I knew, right, in my 20s that having a house just wasn't for me. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. I was extremely tempted to get a house. I really was, because I did like the fact of not having a landlord. You know, I did like that. I liked having the fact of not worrying about my rent going up. But it's not always the case, right? Because we all know the maintenance in the house is extremely expensive. And I'm going to tell you this. I waited. And when I finally made that decision, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this. I got it right in the peak of COVID. Right in the peak of COVID, before it got crazy. Right? I have an interest rate on my mortgage that's 2.9. Yeah, you guys are going to kill me. It's 2.9, my mortgage rate on the actual home that I got. And what's even crazier about it was every time I went to go see a house, lines and lines and lines of people. Lines of people. And I got extremely lucky in the house that I got. And it was so crazy that when I bought this house, this is just to show you, it's not to brag, but it's to show you how insane the market went. I bought the house for $350,000. Within a month, it went up to $500,000. And it has not gone down ever since. I got it at the most luckiest time. And it just went insane, and it has not changed. I've been living here for nearly 4 to 5 years already, and it has not gone down.
For younger Americans, homeownership is increasingly out of reach. In the 1980s, the median age of first-time homebuyers was 29. By 2023, 35, and last year spiking to 38 years old. The door closed to many by high prices, low inventory, and mortgage rates hovering around 7%.
I'm not even going to lie. It's just not going to get better. It's just not. Getting a house, right, was a lot easier. 3% down on a $20,000 house. It was easier. It seems like it's extremely impossible now to buy a house. Unless, guys, you become extremely patient, you're saving, you're being frugal, and you're focusing on putting a nice down payment. And as crazy as it sounds, in some places, you have to ask for over the price. You can't get just the asking price. You have to get over the price in order for you to get a house. I was speaking to one of my neighbors recently, and I remember I saw lines and lines of people looking at his house. And he said the only reason why he got it is because he paid more than the asking price. That is just the way it's going to be. I mean, I wish I could become more optimistic, but the prices of the houses are not going to go down. This is not some type of artificial increases in the prices of the house where it's like, nah, it's going to come down. It's not. It is not going to come down at all. It's just not, because people living in these homes right now, as I mentioned, the low inventory, people are not going to give it up. They're going to sell it and go where? Right? We're going to sell it and go live where? So that's why so many people right now are struggling so much trying to get a house. It's pushing to get a house. And it's just not going to happen. And it's funny because the average age, it said there, was 38. I bought my house when I was around 38. So I waited a very long time as well to buy a house. And my parents bought theirs when they were like 20 to 21 years old. That's just not going to happen for this generation. Not at all. Unless you get some financial support, which everyone is broke right now. Parents are not going to be able to give you financial support for your house.
No one in their young 20s are buying homes.
Real estate agent Ricky Voong says conditions are the toughest he's ever seen. Last month, the median monthly payment for homeowners hit an all-time high of $2,800. Roughly 70% of American households can't afford a $400,000 home. The national median sales price, almost $420,000.
And that's not even including property taxes, homeowners insurance, all these little things that come along with buying a house. Yeah, if you're in your 20s, man, getting a house is not going to be the best advice for you, man. I really would just say try getting a bunch of roommates. Staying in your parents might be even better because most likely you help them out financially anyway because they're going to need the help. And at the same time, you can stack it up and go live on your own. I know it's crappy. But man, you got to do what you got to do during these times because everyone is just wants a house so bad. And if you want a house so bad as well, there's certain things you have to do before you're able to get that house because you don't want to end up being house poor, man. You don't want to get a house to say, I got a house because it's just a house. It truly is just a house. I love my house for only one particular reason, just for my kids, to raise my family. But once they leave, even me and my wife talked about it, like, yeah, we're going to have to try to downsize and go somewhere else. Now, hopefully take advantage of the equity we're getting from the house. But where are we going to go, right? Where are we going to go? It's just really crazy times right now. In the market is extremely crazy and difficult for so many people.
So over here is our dining area, but it's limited. We're limited on space.
Hanmi, who works in insurance, and David, a police officer, have outgrown the 2-bedroom townhome they currently rent. They'd also like a backyard for their dog, Tank, and more space for another child.
And what if it's not a girl? With the age gap, too, they would want their own rooms.
They've been searching for 2 years now.
And they said, oh, just give it a couple months, the market's going to change, this and that, but it's just...
It hasn't.
It hasn't changed for the better.
Homes in their daughter Luna's school district are in high demand.
The competition makes it hard, makes it difficult, for sure.
Bidding wars, driving prices in their area sky high. That house they were touring previously sold in 2019 for $209,000. The price today?
This is listed at almost a $500,000 house.
Damn, you see, man, that's extremely ridiculous. It's insane, man. Prices are doubling and tripling in some places. And it's like what he said, be patient, wait. You can't, man, because that goal is moving and moving and moving and moving. It's continuously moving every time you wait. It's like, it's sad because it's truly the American dream, right? Even though to me, American dream is dead, right? It's dead. But that is still a goal people want in life, just to get a house. And in their case, to raise a family, right? They need the space to raise a family in the whole household. And what's even crazier about this is, they're talking about having another kid. Well, we already know, man, with daycare and the cost of raising a kid is extremely expensive. So if they're getting outpriced now with a house and they're going to have a kid, that just brings up the cost of their living even higher and higher and higher. This is a struggle that so many people are going through, man. And it's really unfortunate. I really feel bad for so many people out there who just trying, going to work every day, just working hard, doing all the responsible things. Even if you have a perfect credit score, the perfect job, the perfect pay, a good down payment, you have to go and compete with like 20, 30, or 40 people, and the owner has to choose you. That's the unfortunate thing. You could do all the right things, but you need to be chosen. That's it. And that's not even a lie, man. Right now, you're dealing with a whole bunch of private equities that are coming in and just buying up a whole bunch of houses. So now you're competing with those people coming in with cash. And you're also competing with some people on social media that's telling everyone that's, take a home line of equity out of their home to buy a rental property and start renting it out. So now you're dealing with all of this when all people are trying to do is just buy a home to live in. Well, guys, drop a comment down below and let me know your experience right now when it comes to the housing market. If you're living in a house, how are you dealing with everything right now with the cost of damn near everything going up? And if you're trying to buy a house, how many houses have you seen? And do you feel like it's a realistic goal of yours to have a house in the future? Drop a comment down below. I'll try to respond to as much as possible. Catch you guys on my next video. Peace.